Okay. Hello. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Read It or Don't.
Don't. Do you ever want to say, like, read it and weep?
You know what? No, because I feel like when I tell people to do something, I'm like, you can do it or not. Fuck me. I don't know. Do whatever you want. So I feel like that's weirdly like a normal thing that I say, especially when people ask me for like advice on Instagram and they're like, what do you think I should post? And I'm like, well, what you should do is da da da. I go, but I don't know. Do it or don't. Fuck me. I don't care.
You know what? Read it or don't. Fuck off.
I don't give a fuck. Okay, I just have to say first off, I started reading Quicksilver. Oh my god!
Yeah, I finished that last week. I started it and finished it last week, and
I just holy bananas. That man. I'm loving it. I'm obsessed. I would like to say, if she can control Quicksilver, why can't she get it out of his eye?
Do you want me to tell you?
No, but I'm stating a question because I'm like, they're like, she can control Quicksilver. I'm like, get it out of his eye.
You know what? That was my first thought. I will tell you, though, that it comes up in the book at some point.
Oh, it does then. Okay, so I'm not too far off base going, what the fuck?
Yeah, like no, that was my thought. I'm like, hello, 1 + 1.
Literally. I can control rain. Well, we're in a drought. Can you help me? Or like Avatar The Last Airbender, which you haven't seen because it's an animated series. If you have a bunch of water in your lungs, the Avatar or any waterbender could whoosh it right out of your lungs. Oh, so why can't she just whoosh the fucking Quicksilver? Is it attached to him? Is it a part of him now? Will he never be rid of it? Does he get rid of it?
You will find out. It comes up in the book at some point.
Fine. I will let you guys know this is a game that Sarah and I play all the time. When she reads a book, I have it.
Bitch ass doesn't want to know anyway.
I know, but you're just a bad liar. So I know if I ask enough questions with a space and just watch your face, it'll give away which one it is, to the point where sometimes Sarah's like, I can't even look at you. I
don't know. We should do that for a podcast episode. Let's try to see if we can get information out of Sarah.
Okay, back to Throne of Glass.
Right.
I think when I start reading it, you're going to have to reread it with me.
I'm going to have to, because there's a few there's a couple things that you asked me recently that I was like, oh yeah, I don't know the exact details of that. It's like, I read Throne of Glass when it was OG and nobody had fucking heard of it, and I loved it and had no one to talk to about it. Now that it's popular, I'm like, what was that part again?
You're gonna be popular.
You know, for somebody that's never seen that movie, I find it funny that...
Because it was a play first, and everybody knows that one line. What are the other lines? Hold on, wait, don't tell me. There's a couple more that are really popular. No. What are the other ones?
Well, have you seen The Wizard of Oz?
No.
Oh.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. This has been Tangent Central. All right.
Okay. Back on task.
The thing that we're really here to talk about, Sarah, you have published 2 books.
Could you imagine?
And if anyone thinks, oh my God, if anyone's like, oh my God, all they're going to do is try to get us to buy Sarah's books, this podcast has literally nothing to do with the content of the books, you bunch of hoes. It's about something else entirely.
No. But unless, of course, we get to one episode where you want to, like, take questions from our audience and then grill me with them about, like, books. Because, like, obviously, I mean, you know the whole freaking plot of the whole series, so.
We went through it last night in depth. And then I took a fat fucking nap after because I use my brain so much. It's tired.
A lot of brain work, yes.
I'm still waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Because my body clock is used to 4:30 and time went back. So at 3:30 every day, my eyes are like, bing.
Do you know what I heard, though? If you wake up from the hours of 3 to 5 in the morning, you should light a candle and, like, stare at it, and that's when you get the most insight.
Into, like, downloads, like, into you and your life?
Mm-hmm.
Shut your whore mouth. Really?
I want to try it, but ever since I found that out, I haven't woken up at that time, and I'm like, God Damn it.
Well, you're about to be at my house in a couple weeks, and you know who does wake up at that time? This guy. It's 3:30 in the morning. My dogs are jumping on you.
You're
and
like this. I have a candle.
Hey, Sarah. I have a candle.
I would probably shit my pants. I'd be like, ah!
Oh my God. Are you jumpy? Can I scare you instead to wake you up?
I am very jumpy, but I'm also like, if the wind blew a feather across the floor, I'd wake up.
Interesting. Then I'm just going to control the TV from my phone and wake you up all night.
Except for I don't sleep on your couch anymore.
Well, you can't sleep downstairs anymore.
Fine. I'll sleep on the couch, and fine. You can see if you can wake me up. So fine. Fuck me then.
Can you imagine if I paid someone to like come up to the screen door and just that would be terrifying.
I would your whole house would be not well.
I'd be like, shh, kids, go back to bed. Your Auntie Sarah's fine.
She's fine. You know, I went outside in the middle of the night, so I was fine.
You did, to vomit, and I'm frankly very impressed. Good.
Probably is still there.
No, because I was out there yesterday. No, the animals eat everything. When I have like fruit pits and shit, I always just throw that shit into my yard. Someone eats it.
Okay, to be fair for everyone now that's going to be like, what the fuck is happening? I got a little ill at Ani's house, and she was upstairs, and I didn't want to bother her, and I didn't want to wake her up, so I literally just went outside and threw up because it was closer than going all the way upstairs to the bathroom, and then I panic confessed the next day.
Which all of that is just so weird. Just go throw up in the bathroom, bitch. What do you mean?
That was crazy.
Well, okay, I think I'm taking us off topic today. Today's like a really bad ADHD day. You have published 2 books. That's crazy. How do you feel about that?
Crazy. Honestly, every single day that I think about it, that I do anything book related, I'm like, holy fuck.
I did that.
I'm on my 3rd book. I published 2 books, and I'll tell you what, that shit is not as easy as you think it was.
Yeah. What? Because go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the easiest part is writing the book.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? Okay, so talk a little bit about the process, just like general steps, because people are like, well, you have to write it, and then you get it edited, and then it's available for purchase. And I feel like that's not correct fucking at all.
No, like, so you have to write the book, and I'm probably going to butcher this on some level, but you write the book, you have it edited, you have to get it formatted. So whether you pay someone to format it or you format it, you have to format it to fit like the specs of like the size and the platform, like Amazon. So I don't know if there's more than this, but there's Amazon, Ingram, Spark, and Barnes & Noble. And Amazon and Barnes & Noble, you can do the same format, but Ingram requires a completely different format. So that's so fun.
I didn't realize they all had different formats. Every time you're like, oh, I have to get the book formatted, but I'm like, oh, okay, great. One format.
No, you would think. No. And I don't know if that's like the actual book itself or the cover or whatever, but for His to Erase, because I had Melissa do it, the girl that does all the Lorde series, she was like, oh, I have to format it different for Ingram because they're different. And I'm like, huh? So like if she like wouldn't have told me that, I would have been like, why is it not working? I don't understand.
That makes sense. Wait, real quick. This is relevant, I swear to God. I saw, oh my God, Sarah, I forgot I gardened like an hour ago.
Well, you know what? It'll be great. Good for you and your gardening. Just pull carrots right up out of the ground.
Like, why do I feel odd? Oh shit, bitch. I forgot.
You know what? I wish it wasn't too cold outside to garden at my house.
Wait, I was watching a TikTok today, and it was an author, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. She was like, hey, if I can give any like upcoming author a piece of advice, whenever you order books for signings, please be sure that you check them, because there's a chance that you formatted your book incorrectly and it starts on page 31. And she flipped it open and it said page 31, and she was just like,
So my first book, I had somebody format it for me because I didn't know how and all of the things. And so the second book, I was going to do it myself, and I was like, I'm too stupid for this. Like, here's the thing. Could I have figured it out through a lot of crying? Absolutely. But I just was like, you know what? This isn't my forte. I am more than happy to pay for this. And Melissa, 10 out of 10. She did
Yeah, and
it.
I feel like you don't say her pricing, but I feel like when I heard it, I was like, that's a lot less than I anticipated it to be.
Oh, it was a lot less than I thought it would be too, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why
Is
for
it
me, I was like, oh, done.
Yeah, fuck it. Is it per size of book, or do they just charge like a one-off?
I think they just charge one off. Like, even to be honest with you, like the pricing of covers, I don't know, because like I told somebody what I paid for the cover, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy," and I was like, "Really?" Because I thought it was nothing.
I
So
didn't think that was too. Do you want to say what that one was? I just don't want to put names to prices. Do you want to say who
yeah.
did that one, or
So
how much it cost?
for Midnights, for me to get the cover, it was $350.
See, I feel like I hear that and I'm like, I don't think that's that bad.
No, like I was expecting it to be like maybe like $600, $700, $800.
Yeah.
And when she said $350, I was like, done.
Bye.
You take
That's
it.
your problem
Jesus,
now,
take the
bitch.
wheel. Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Damn. That is, I mean, a hell of a process though. Oh, well, and
yeah.
then because you not only have to have the cover made, you have to have the chapter covers made, and then those
Yeah.
pictures have to be inserted separately, right?
So that essentially is part of formatting, and it is extra work. And so, like, even because she was telling me that she had to, like, the chapter titles, because I guess most people don't do chapter titles anymore. So my chapter titles had to be specifically formatted a certain way as a photo, so that she could place the photo on top of the chapter photo, so because she couldn't type on it.
Damn.
And so when she was like showing me, she's like, how does this look? And I'm like, oh, actually, I don't really like that. Remember, we went through this, and I was like, I have to tell her I don't like it. And she goes, it's going to probably be an extra day because I have to go in and delete all the photos and re-upload the photos on every chapter now.
Fucking, there was like 50 chapters.
So I felt bad, but you told me not to feel bad because she was paid. So
that's my rule. If you are paying for something, just like all the fucking hair talk shit going on, if you pay for something, you have every right to be like, hey, I'm not like 100.
Yeah.
It's not 100%. Do you know, like, that's, you're a fucking customer. Whatever.
And to be honest, she was such a delight. She was like, no. She's like, let me fix it for you. Let me do this. She goes, is there anything, literally even after she had given everything to me weeks later, it was right before publishing, she was like, hey, I'm just checking in to make sure everything worked out great. Like, she was literally so perfect.
I love that. That makes me so happy to hear. Okay, so you go through, you get it published. Now it's time to get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Ingram. Like, what now?
Well, first, so there's two options, again, that I know of. You can either buy an ISBN number, like you can buy 10 ISBN numbers that are specific to your name, and you have 10 for 10 books that you write. Or Amazon, I want to say all three of them might, but I never went this route, so I don't know too much about it. But I know that those specific platforms provide ISBN numbers for free. But like, say if I bought an ISBN, or if I got an ISBN number off of Barnes and Noble, and then I went to go upload the same book into Amazon, they would have separate ISBNs because of their different platforms. So I just bought the pack of 10, and then they all belong to me, which means I can use the same ISBN. And especially if you're going for like New York Times bestseller, it has to be the same ISBN number, the barcode, essentially.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And then is it kind of like a one click, it goes on all platforms, huzzah? Or is it?
No, it's not. Stupid, dirty hoe. Those platforms are going to be the death of me.
Bro. So tell us about the platforms. Yeah.
Lord, what happened? So, okay. So they typically like you to do a single ISBN for each one. And somehow, so I uploaded mine to Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Life was great. I then transferred it to Ingram, and then I got kicked off Barnes and Noble because I think Ingram is like ISBN exclusive, because Ingram also distributes to Barnes and Noble, which is why I think it's different, because Barnes and Noble has like a press that you can go through them, you can publish your book, it may or may not go into the store, but most likely not. Ingram is what I've gathered most indie authors use, because retailers will not even stock your book unless it's on Ingram.
Why?
Because they get the most profit. That's why you get like the 70 whatever split, is because retailers want to keep 55% so that they can mark it up and still make money. And that's why if you upload your book on Ingram, you make literally nothing.
Which, trust me, guys, we're going to have a whole episode on this, because what authors make in and of itself is fucking crazy.
Shocking.
Like, that alone, when Sarah was showing me one day and like doing the math, I'm like, that's making me ill. Like, that's literally fucking crazy.
So really the only way you can make money is, you know, if you go viral, get a book deal. And even like from what I've heard, like book deals are very similar, just on a much bigger scale. So if you get like a 7-figure book deal, that's for the span of the whole series. And it also is like they give it to you in increments. So by the time you actually get it, you're not actually getting 7 figures. Yeah.
They don't just give it, say, here.
I listened to a whole TikTok about a girl explaining it, and from what she was saying, like, no, they don't. Because, like, you still have to pay all the people, and once they get their percentages out, then it's like you're not even at 6-7 figures anymore, you're at 6. And then at 6, that 6 figures is then spread out between 3 books. So you're really only making, like, I mean, not only, it's still like, you know, 6 figures, but it's over the span of however long it takes you. Like, if you took 3 years, you're only getting 6 figures over those 3 years.
Yeah. Which, I mean, yay, but also depend. Yeah. Wow. I wonder what someone like J.K. Rowling gets paid, because obviously she's had Harry Potter, but now she has the Robert Galbraith series, and we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's on her 6th one. So you have to wonder,
mention, like, she's still having, she's got to still get royalties. People are still buying Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, and the Harry Potter TV show's coming out.
Yeah.
Which one day we're going to have it. No, we're not. I'm going to leave that one sit. I'm just going to forget it. We're not even going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it because it makes me mad. So, okay. Yeah, woo! So you've published. It's on Ingram, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Target, Walmart, all the things. What is the next step? Like, at what point can you order sample books? Is it obviously before it goes on all the websites?
Yes. So, like, you go to hit... don't hit publish before you mean to. Amazon will literally fire you as a customer. And then you have to go through hell and back to get back on there.
It's a phone call. I would know, because I'm pretty sure I answered the phone.
So basically you put it on. So, okay, so His True Race. So we had the release date for October 13th. Well, I had to go in. As soon as I got everything uploaded, everything was like A-okay. Like, they send you like, hey, the format's great, the photos are great, here's this, you can order author copies. Then you order the author copies, and then you get them back, and you have to go through it. And honestly, thank fuck, I would highly recommend that, because part of me is like, oh, I did all the work. I made sure I did a proofread. I did an edit. I handed it to the formatter. She turned it in. It should be great. No, it wasn't.
How many times do you think you read your full book by the time it is published and it's out of your hands and you're done?
My eyes twitching. 100.
I mean, there's no way it's less, because even if we think of, let's say, because even now you're writing Nightshade and you've written 25 chapters, you've gone through it.
Oh yeah, I've gone through it 3 times already.
So, okay, that's already 3. You're going to have to do the back half, which will be 3, which will make probably this one, they'll probably each end up being 5 each total of both sides.
And then I will have to go through it as a whole. And then the problem is once you go through it once and you make all these changes and edits, and like, because I did this with Midnights, like even at the end, I was like, okay, I went through it and I saw a part and I was like, I really got to add something here. And then I had to reread the whole chapter to be like, does this still make sense? So like, even with all the changes that you make, I probably read even like his to erase, like I had you read it, I read it, I edited the whole thing, I read it again. I like had some time in between, read another book, went back and read it again because I was like, okay, is there anything I want to change? Is there anything? And then I'm like, okay, like here are my main concerns, because like it's very, very difficult to remember what you wrote when, say, you're doing it like chapter by chapter, and then you go through and edit pieces at a time. And then you're like, okay, so unless you read the book start to finish with no interruptions in like a 2-day span, you're not going to remember what you wrote or what you needed to correct in there. So that's like, literally, if I didn't have people to read it and be like, hey, is there any holes? Hey, does this make sense? Hey, like when you were like, hey, so like when you told me like, hey, so Steven went and he broke into her apartment and she was on the couch, and then 2 seconds later he went into her room and she was on the bed, and I was like,
and I read that a few times and I'm like, wait, I'm like, pause, go back, read it line by line, just because, you know, when you read fast you can read fast, but I'm like, no, like like sentence at a time. And then I was like, oh no, this is weird. Yeah. Well, and then I also feel like there comes a point where you probably have read it so much, you're like, didn't I already say this? Or did I just read that last time?
Oh, yeah, it got really hard for me for Midnights at the very end. In fact, you were like, stop fucking reading it and turn it in. Like, you're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're over this. The book is great. Damn. And then probably still some changes happened once we did the audiobook.
I re-edited the whole thing after that.
You know what's going to have to happen? Once Nightshade is done, I'm going to have to read it out loud to you. So I'm consuming it as I'm reading it, and then you're catching anything that sounds weird or off. That's honestly what we probably should do.
To be honest with you, the whole debacle with the editing for Midnights was just a situation in and of itself.
That editor sucked.
I was...
Boo!
I wish.
I hope she hears this. And I don't dislike you because you're bad at your job. I dislike you because you're a bad person. Boo! I don't have to shut the fuck up. I get to say whatever I want.
You can
Is she listed in your book?
As the editor? Hold on. Should I look? I don't think so.
Doesn't matter. I don't take it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late to take it back now. Otherwise, we have to start the whole...
No, I'm not editing this out. I'm not taking it back.
I mean, yeah, she's in there, but... it's fine. The whole thing, like... Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, there was 2 people that were editing, so at least nobody knows which person you're talking about, but...
Yeah, like, don't attack them. Don't say anything. Be nice. Blah, blah, blah.
Like I said,
we're better people.
Even if you looked on my book, there's more people on there that you would never be able to figure it out, but it's fine. But when I turned in Midnights, I knew I wasn't happy with it because we picked a release date before anything was done. I highly 10 out of 10 don't recommend that. Because you can't change the release date. I mean, you can, but you're kind of penalized for it a little bit. So I was just like, I've already changed the release date once. I cannot change it again. I stayed up till 3 a.m. for like a week straight trying to like rush edit. And then as soon as I got the book back, I was like I knew it wasn't my best, and I knew there was nothing I could do about it. So honestly, doing the audiobook was like a chance for me to redo the whole thing. And like, I didn't change any major storylines, but I mean, there was a paragraph in the book where it literally said the same sentence twice in a row. And I was like, how did nobody catch this? So I'm glad we did the audiobook because I was able to go through and really make it like, okay, you know what? Everything is good. I'm sure there's probably a spelling error or 2, but like all of the big major things, I'm like, okay, I feel good about this being out right now. Whereas before, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's hard. I think now that you have technically 2 under your belt, but I'm thinking about Midnight series.
Yeah.
But now that you have these 2 under your belt, I do think Nightshade is going to be easier. And I think the audio process is going to be easier because at that point, you think we can get Anthony Palmini to be Steven? I think he should. I'm just gonna...
You know what? You started GoFundMe. You're like, listen, he has to be Steven. I will have it no other way.
What does he cost? That I don't like saying it like that. How much does he charge? Let's find this out. We'll figure it out. Do you think if I DM'd him, he'd answer?
Yes. I don't know.
Yes. You said it so confidently. You're like, yeah. Actually, I have no idea. Wait, I'm gonna do it.
But do it.
I don't know. He seems nice.
Yeah. But I mean, we have 3 weeks to find out about the other like audiobook thing. So meanwhile, we'll just message him and ask.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Do you know what I've learned in my last year of life is it's like, you know what? What's it going to hurt by asking? If they think you're weird, then they'll never speak to you again. Otherwise, they'll be like, sure. Okay.
And you know what? And I want to be so clear. First off, I know that's actually happened to you with a narrator. We don't say who, but I know that literally happened. But okay, it happened to me with someone I wanted to work with once, a coach. I was ballsy enough to ask her, like her and I had been like kikiing and DMing back and forth. And then I literally DM'd her and I was like, hey, would you be interested in being in my podcast? Like, totally fine if it's a no. She never spoke to me again. She had her assistant DM me and be like, so would you like base something along the lines of like, she didn't respond to me about that, but then one day I asked her question about her program, and that's when the assistant got back to me. But the main girl never spoke to me again.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of like an ego bruise, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, if you don't ask, like, that's how I got Melissa. I was like, oh my gosh, I love all the covers you've done. I know this is super last minute, da 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 da. I'm like, I will pay extra. I don't even care. I'm like, I have to have you. And she was like, okay, cool, great. Like, let's set up a phone call and see if we can make it work. And I was like,
yeah. And I mean, it's like, I think everyone should really go through some like rejection exposure just to realize it's not that bad. The worst that happens is someone says no. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then ask someone else.
Great. And I would literally go ask fucking anybody else. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. So like I have no ego about asking people for anything because I'm like, okay, worst case, like that's how I've gotten my book into most bookstores because I'm like, hey, how can I have my book in your store? Hey, how can I have this for my book? And they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was it? Great. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that though. And I think that is something important that like, if you're gonna be an author, anyone listening, if that's like your goal, you better toughen the fuck up real quick, bitch. That you are going to get bad reviews because I look at some series like honestly Harry Potter, Throne of Glass, even like this mystery series I'm reading that's J.K. Rowling as well. I'm like, how could anyone have anything bad to say about it? When people tell me they don't like Throne of Glass, I'm like, well, I can never trust your taste in anything. You have bad taste in books. But if I think that book series that are that iconic and so incredibly well written can have people being like, boo, you dumb bitch, you suck. And I'm like, okay, then everyone's gonna get it no matter how good you are.
2 things. 1, people and their audacity in a book review. Number 2,
what do you fucking mean, bro?
When I feel like I'm having a bad day with my book or I feel like I'm not doing great or whatever, like, or I got a bad review and I happen to see it or whatever, or someone's like, hey, your book was trash, I'm like, okay. Like, I will literally go read reviews of my favorite books and see that they also have horrible things. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. Everybody has their opinions. But also, oh my gosh, like, people are mean.
Well, it's so crazy because are there books that I don't like as much as others? Yes. Are there books that the endings just irritate the ever flying fuck out of me? Yes. But I also go into it of being like, okay, to me, there's a difference between a review inside of a genre you love and then a genre you're not that familiar with. If you like super cutesy romance and all of a sudden you read a dark romance book and you're like, fuck this book, it's trash. It's
horrible. Yeah.
It's not that it's actually really great writing. It's you just don't like that writing. Like, it doesn't matter. Other than Bridgerton, give me a historical fiction, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
I'm not entertained. I'm not having fun. Like, any book, doesn't matter how good, and it doesn't have a happily ever after, I'm going to be unhappy about reading it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would almost like put those personal preferences aside and still understand it's a great book.
Or like in my mind, I am just like a toddler where I'm like, if you don't have anything nice to say, shut the fuck up.
Literally.
like I have read, like there's so many books that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't love this writing. I don't love that they use this word 8,000 times. And it's not even like a overuse of a word, because I've been guilty of it, obviously in my first book, whatever. But like, it's not that the writing is bad. It's just that I am so hypersensitive of it at that point. I'm like, I can't even read this anymore because this is the only thing I can focus on. It has nothing to do with your book, nothing to do with the storyline. Even if you like misspelled everything and your book was trash, I'm not going to go leave a review about it.
No. Can I be honest? So there's an author that I read her book at some point recently.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to say who. And
Yeah.
recent can be anywhere from past 6 months. Y'all, so don't even fucking come at me. And I wanted to listen to her audiobooks. It's like a series. And when I started one of the audiobooks, I was like, eesh, damn ho. Like, her series is so fucking good, but the audiobook just didn't land. And I mean, to the point where it was so bad, the narrating was so bad, I thought it was AI, because there was just whatever. So I did actually end up messaging her. She hasn't said anything back yet, so it's totally fine. But I'm like, I straight up was like, your series is perfect. Your writing is perfect. Everything you did, 15 out of 10, changed nothing. I'm so obsessed with you. If I could say something, if I hadn't read your book first and I tried to listen to the audiobook, like I would not have kept going with your entire series. Like, you should re-record that. Also, if you tell me to fuck off, I will still be your fan because I'm giving unsolicited opinion. I'm still going to read all your books. I'm never going to say a bad word about you.
See, I feel like there's a difference between like, hey, I mean, let's be honest. We talked about this, I feel like last podcast, we don't know, but like when I was like, oh, I want to narrate Raven and you can do Rachel, like we went back and forth practicing and you were like, no. Well, honestly, like, I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad I was in it. I'm glad you did it. Like, it worked out the way that it worked out. But there's a difference between being like, hey, I am telling you this as a consumer. I think this will help you. Or I think like you narrating your own book is going to hurt you, not for any other reason than the way that you're reading it or whatever it is that you said. But it's like, that's different criticism than be like, this is the worst book I've ever read in my whole entire life. You should go find another job. Fuck right off.
Damn, huh? That's just hurtful.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you write a book? No. No, you did not.
And that's why I know, even honestly, there's only been one book, and I know you know the book because I told you about it when it happened, that I was like, with respect, this might be the worst thing. I made it, I think, maybe 3 pages, and it was, I don't know, because there weren't page numbers, so I don't know.
Also, it just wasn't your thing, and you're not gonna go put that, oh my gosh, TikTok, I just read the worst book I've ever read in the history of my life. Here's all the things that it said. No. It's garbage. Like, ew.
No, I'm not going to do that. For A, that's mean. B, when this is an indie author, one review can tank you. And I'm not going to be the reason that someone gets tanked. Because it could be that, I mean, this author's first book was caca. It was, I'll be honest, it was bad. I don't write books. I'm 100% sure I could have written bad. It was just not good. What if her next one, she crushes?
Right.
I don't want to do that to someone's career. And that's why, like, I'm not doing it. And also, like, they don't want to hear bad reviews. Shut up, ho. That's hurtful.
Yes.
So I don't fucking, brutal, man. You have to toughen up to be able to do that. Damn.
I thought that I was good at criticism, being like an educator and doing hair. No. Because in some level, like, doing hair and people being like, oh, you know what, I really just didn't like this. I'm like, oh, no problem, let me fix it. Writing a fucking book is like, hi, I just wrote a 700-page diary and you read it and you hate it and you shit on it and I'm gonna go cry for a week now, thank you.
Or when they're like, I hate Raven, you're like, she was made after me. Like, could you imagine someone coming to my TikTok and being like, hey, Ani, so Ani sucks and she's stupid. And part of me would be like, I mean, you ain't wrong. Yeah, she was pretty dumb for a while, but
she made some bad choices, but I like
that character's about me. Can you imagine? They're like, she has the worst personality. Oh yeah, well, that's mine.
Oh yeah, well, it's pretty verbatim, so I guess you just don't like Ani.
It was really hurtful, wasn't it? Fuck. Okay, so Sarah, if you had one piece of advice to give up and coming authors, the thing to be like, yo, here's one of the biggest lessons I learned, what would that be? You're going to laugh hysterically. My biggest piece of advice, honestly, is just not to rush. The audacity you have right now.
My entire personality, just don't follow it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Step one, my actual like original like advice is, because this is the advice I keep giving people that asking me, is like just write it. Because they're like, I'm not a good writer. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't know how to do this. Like, just start and then take it like one step at a time. Don't be like, how am I going to publish my book? Well, have you even started writing it? Well, no. So like literally one step at a time, and don't rush, because when you rush it, you have to go back through and edit it after hundreds of people have already bought it and now have a special pretty edition that'll be worth money someday because it's trash.
I love that. But I had a pretty good book idea the other day, didn't I?
That was pretty good.
Thank you. Maybe I'll write a book one day. I would love to write a book one day, but I am that person. I'm like, I read very well. I don't write well. I don't have a thing for that. Although I feel like I gave you a couple good ideas yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, I was proud when you jotted a couple down. I was like, oh my god, is she writing that down?
I was writing the whole time.
I was like, but wait, does she like that idea? That's crazy.
I was like,
I was actually like on him about it. And I was like, oh my god, wait.
Honestly, you know what? A third piece of advice: find somebody that will actually sit and listen to you brain dump that isn't your husband, because he doesn't give a fuck.
Guys, me and Sarah were literally hours we were on the phone. Yeah. Just going. She walked me through the entire plot of Midnights and where she wants the next book or two to go. And then from there, it was literally like mapping it all out, being like, well, what if? It was very fun.
I thought it was fun too, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know if anybody else actually finds this fun. So like for a while, I just like keep shit to myself and I make notes everywhere, and then I'm confused, and then I'm like, it's literally almost, well, not almost, it's like a whole movie, a whole planet, a whole group of humans live in my brain, and I'm like, I don't know how to get them all out. I don't know where to put them.
You're like, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't want to brag, but y'all, I know the plot to Nightshade. It's for sale. Send me a DM.
Now, you don't know the plot to Nightshade. You know the plot to the entire series.
I'll sell it off. Shoot me a DM.
If anybody messages her and I find out,
I'll protect you.
You'll protect me from your own.
I will protect them from you, ho. I can take down Sarah. I took down one of her kids.
No, that's true.
Yeah. No, I will say, I think that is one of the most important things, is having someone that you can at least like bounce, and someone you trust that honestly isn't going to go sell your secrets, FYI.
Honestly, that has never occurred to me.
I just know people are so shitty.
Yeah, that would be the worst.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, that was my idea.
You know, guess I have to change.
That one fucking thing in Quicksilver, that was my idea first.
I'm still not there, so okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but all I know is Kingfisher.
You know what is interesting though? I will say that like Kane as a person, I've never read a book where like, I mean, yeah, every like book boyfriend is hot, whatever, but like Kingfisher has been the closest to like how I've written Kane that I'm like, you know what is interesting? I'm glad I didn't read Quicksilver until last week, because I can honestly say I put out my book and wrote half of Nightshade before I even read it. So,
but that's the thing. I also think like there are going to be some overlapping. Look at all the Mafia books. Yeah. Oh, come on. And even because you kind of.
Yeah.
Well, and also like think of the Dark Mark from Harry Potter. Think about the fact that like everything moves in picture frames, like tattoo. You know what I mean? So like. I feel like everyone pulls a little bit. I think once it as long as it's not full on plagiarism, like I will not name the book that I started reading and I was like, what the fuck? This book is literally these two books together. I was appalled. I'm like, I think that is called plagiarism. You cheated.
And the fact that they have a massive book deal. I'm like, well, if you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, I am shocked, honestly, dead ass shocked to hear that anyone liked that first book. I'm not gonna say who it is because that's mean, but like, I started reading it and I'm like, didn't I just finish reading this in Yada Yada book? And I'm like, and isn't that from that book? And isn't that exact plot from that book? And I was like, I'm so pissed I bought the whole series, but whatever. I know, it's fine. And I know people are gonna start guessing. Don't guess. Don't be a dickhead. Or
No,
guess
guess
privately.
we're not going to share.
No, I will keep my bad reviews to myself. They will go in the unnamed pile. It's Witsec for the books. Like,
can you please make all of your horrible bad reviews, put them in a jar? They will go to the grave with you, and I'll read them off at your funeral.
To this author, you plagiarized 3 books, par for par, almost word for word, exact scene after scene. You should be ashamed of yourself. This person, where were your page numbers? Why did it say he said, she said, they said, she said, he said 10,000 fucking times? What's going on? What?
Yep, and then I'll be like, and that concludes this service for today. May she rest in peace, knowing that her thoughts that she took to the grave are now out in the open. She would have wanted nothing more.
Let me go grab one of the coffins in my garage. And I'll just start putting the names of every book I fucking hate in there.
Oh my gosh. People would kick me out. Your mom would haul my ass out of there so fast.
My mom would be sitting there like, did I ever tell you, I put it on TikTok the other day, that my mom has a fake YouTube account that she goes and trolls the trolls. So when people are really mean to people she loves, like she loves like this like K-pop band. I never told you this.
You know what? I have a couple of those fans too. If I ever get a mean comment, they're like, "Excuse me."
No, we can literally FaceTime my mom after and you can see how embarrassed she is because it's all true. But so she loves this like little K-pop band thing. I don't know who they are. I just know the name of one. And she'll go under and read the comments, like literally just on YouTube. And when people are mean, my mom will either be mean to them. She's like, or I kill them with kindness. She's like, or I just antagonize the fuck out of them to make them so mad. She's like, the amount of people that I tell, like, I'll pray for you. I'm like, oh my God.
So you know what? I'm named after that woman. I'm gonna get a fake TikTok account right now.
My mom loves it. There's been times where she's seen, I'll have to tell you exactly what it was, where she's like, want me to say something? And I'm like, nah, girl, nah, don't get involved. Don't do it. And she's like, I'll say something. I can say da 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 da. And I'm like, no.
She goes, I got a fake account. I got a fake stuff.
Remind me when we end this podcast to tell you what it was for.
Dead. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So, okay. Big piece of advice, don't rush it. And make sure you have one person you can just bounce ideas off of.
Yep.
I love it. And guys, I will say, if at any point you have any questions for us, you can literally go on the website and hit the contact us button. And you can just like send us an email if there's a particular book you want us to read. If there's a question you would love to have like answered, please let us know. Or if it's easier, just DM us on any platform.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, guys, thanks so much for being here on another episode of Read It or Don't.
Or don't.
I'm Ani. This
Read
is
it
Sarah.
or fuck off. Oh.
We'll see you next week.